Hi everybody! Today we're going to be learning how to play Rosé's Gone on the ukulele based off of the cover that I did, which I'll have linked up in the cards as well as in the description below. And this tutorial will be based off of that cover, so if you need like that as a reference point, it'll be in the places that I talked about like just now. So yeah, before we start the tutorial, I did want to talk about a few things, so if you want to just skip to the part where the tutorial like actually starts, I'll put the timestamps on this like line or whatever. Before we start off with the tutorial, I just wanted to say like for those of you who are like my regular viewers, I'm not actually doing anything new besides like using my back camera for the first time, so the quality I hope looks a lot better. I'm also like not directly looking at myself. I have a mirror in the back as like my viewfinder of sorts, so like if I look a little weird at times, that's because like I can't really like see myself and like position myself in a nice way. So yeah, just want to let you all know, and also let me know if like this video quality is better, because if it is, then I'm gonna keep using it. So yeah, and there's also rain sounds going on because there are a lot of storms in my area, so if any thunder or rain gets in the way of the audio, I'm really sorry about that, but that's not on me, that's Mother Nature. I can't do anything about that. So also I wanted to say I got my YouTube paycheck for the first time. It's been more than a year, but I finally got my YouTube paycheck. And I'm finally going to be able to donate all the money that I said that I was going to donate through my videos that I specifically designated to raise revenue for BLM and the humanitarian crisis that's going on in Yemen. I might do 50-50, so it's Black Lives Matter and then the Yemen crisis, and I will update you guys on the screenshots of the different organizations that I'm donating to. So yeah, even though I've already made like my own personal donations, I'm still very grateful and happy that I'm able to gain money on this platform to donate to those organizations in the first place. And speaking of donating to organizations, I wanted to do the same thing that I did last year for those videos and designate this video as a way to raise money for the AAPI community. I want to donate all the ad revenue that will be gained from this video to the Stop Asian Hate Community Fund on GoFundMe. I just wanted to let you guys know, so if you did want to raise money for the AAPI community, just make sure to watch the ads all the way through. And overall, that's pretty much all I had to say, so let's go ahead and get out our ukuleles and start learning how to play Gone by Rosé. Just a disclaimer, I needed to like raise my chair up so you guys have like a better view of the ukulele. So if my head is cut off and it looks weird, I'm sorry, but like it's better for the ukulele to be in frame than for me to be in frame. We're gonna first start off by learning the strumming pattern for this tutorial first, because it's like the main constant thing within the entire song. For this song, all you need to do is strum down, strum up, slap, and then repeat. The strumming pattern itself sounds like this without any chords. And then you're basically just going to repeat that strumming pattern for the rest of the song. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and head into the chords of Gone. For this song, you're going to need a capo on the first fret of the ukulele, or if you don't want to use a capo and play it like me, you can tune your strings up 1/2 step so that your strings are tuned up from G, C, E, A to G sharp, C sharp, F, and B flat. So your strings should sound like this: G sharp, C sharp, F, and then B flat. And then all together, here's what they should sound like. They should also sound like this when you have like your capo on as well, if you're not going to tune your strings up 1/2 step. Even though we're going to be using a capo for this song or tuning our strings up 1/2 step, I'm still going to refer to the strings as G, C, E, A, just because it's easier to say instead of like G sharp, C sharp, you know, like it's less complicated. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And now let's head into the chords of Gone. We're now going to head into the intro and verse of Gone. So the intro and verse use the same chords, but they're approached a little differently because there's like a little bit of a plucking pattern at the intro. So we're just going to go over the basic chords first, and then we'll head into the specifics. So the first chord that you need to know for this section is F, which is second finger on the second fret of the G string, open on the C string, first finger on the first fret of the E string, open on the A string, and then all together it should sound like this. And after F, you're going to play C, which is open on the G string, open on the C string, open on the E string, and then whatever finger, you can use second, first, but I tend to use third, on the third fret of the A string. So all together, it should sound like this. And then after C, you're going to play D minor, which is second finger on the second fret of the G string, third finger on the second fret of the C string, first finger on the first fret of the E string, open on the A string, and all together, it should sound like this. Then after D minor, you're going to play B flat, which is your first finger barred all across the first fret of the ukulele, and then your second finger on the second fret of the C string, and then your third finger on the third fret of the G string. And because you already barred your first finger across the ukulele, your E and A string should already be playing notes as if there was like something there on the first fret. So that's what E and A should sound like. And then all together, the chord itself should sound like this. And then after B flat, you're gonna play a variation of B flat. There's no official name for this chord. I don't even know if this is like an actual existing chord, but this was the one that felt the most accurate in terms of sound when it came to the original song. So we're gonna call it a B flat variation of sorts. So all you need to do is after you played B flat, you're just gonna take your first finger off and then place your first finger on the first fret of the A string of the ukulele and then leave your E string open. So all together, it should sound like this. And that's all you need to know in terms of like general chords for the intro and verse. We're going ahead into the intro, which includes a very specific plucking pattern, but overall this section will show how the overall strumming pattern and the chords for the intro and verse are combined together. So for the intro of the song, all you're gonna need to do is play F first and do the strumming pattern twice. So it's down, up, slap, down, up, slap, and then you're gonna play C, down, slap, and instead of doing the same strumming pattern again, you're going to pluck individually, starting from having your finger on the 5th fret of the A string like this, and then you're going to move down to the 3rd fret of the A string, and then take your finger off so that it's open, and then put your finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. And all together at a slower tempo, it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4. At tempo, it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll repeat it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna play D minor right after. And then strum down twice. And then do this once for B flat, and then for the B flat variation, do it once. So overall, the strumming pattern for the intro should sound like this all together. After you finish the intro and you head into the first verse, all you need to do is just play basically what we did earlier, but instead of doing the plucking, you can do the plucking if you want to, but like to keep things more simple, all you need to do is replace the plucking pattern that we did earlier after we strummed C for the first time and just strum C again. And I'll just sing like a little bit of the verse to give you context, so it should sound like this. I see you change your number, that's why you don't get my calls. Gave you all of me, now you don't wanna be involved. Oh yeah, yeah, I really gotta face it, oh yeah, yeah. And now we're gonna head into the pre-chorus, chorus, and post-chorus. Basically all the choruses that you can think of with Gone. After you play the verse, you're gonna start off for this like choruses section with G minor, which is open on the G string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the C string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then 1st finger on the 1st fret of the A string. So it should sound like this all together. And then after G minor, you're gonna play C, and then you're gonna play F, and then you're gonna play D minor. And then after D minor, you're gonna repeat that chord progression. So if we were to play it in context with the strumming pattern without any melody, it should sound like this. That is what the choruses section, chord progression, and strumming pattern should sound like all together without any melody. And to provide a little bit more context if you need it, we're going to add the melody back in for just one section because you can always refer back to the cover back in the cards. But I'm just going to add the melody from the chorus in so that you have a better context of how the song sounds like overall. Another story that's sad and true. I can feel the pain, can you? You had me the one to let me down, to color me blue. Hate to see you with someone new. I'll put a curse on her and you. Ain't no looking back now, you're dead and gone. My love is gone too. And I'm not gonna sing the other part because it's too hard for me to sing right now. But yeah, that's what that part sounds like in context. And if you need further context overall on the different chord progressions and strumming patterns together, you can always refer back to the cover, which are, like I said before, in the cards and in the description. And I think overall, that's pretty much all you need to know in order to play Gone by Rosé on the ukulele. So yeah, this was a very, very disorganized tutorial, but I hope that it helped in any way possible. A lot of people ask me more about the intro, like plucking patterns, so hopefully that helped you guys learn it. If you do have any questions about the strumming pattern, chord progressions, anything in general relating to this tutorial, let me know down below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!